Hershey Park Arena, Shel Siegel and Larry Sheridan bringing you all the action. Today's telecast made possible by the Pennsylvania Public Television Network and your local public television station membership contributions. Remote facilities provided by WLBT-TV Channel 39, public television in the Allentown, Bethlehem area. And now, Larry Sheridan, the voice of Lehigh Wrestling, as Tom Hunt of Quakertown meets Gino Capuano of Liberty.
And Hunt's right in on a beautiful duck under. Brought his opponent to the mat and leads by 2. Quakertown, Southeast Regional Champion, Tom Hunt. Both these wrestlers are seniors. Quakertown, located south of Bethlehem, and Liberty is right in the city of Bethlehem.
Wrestle down. 1, neutral.
2 wrestlers very strong. Move well. 2-1 the score now as a result of that neutral. Hunt's with 31-2 record, coached by Dave Evans. Capuano, coached by Frank Gutierrez, who had a finalist earlier at 98. Dan McIntyre.
Our thanks also to Dr. John Osage, the chief of the officials today for the tournament.
Ken Dawes down there, assisted by Bob Fisher, and they made a switch with Andy Sylock helping out in this one. And now the 3-2 the score.
Neutral.
Escape goes up, but it's 3-3. It's all tied with 30 seconds remaining in the first period. 3-3.
Inside.
Capuano's takedown here, Larry.
Okay, you walk off that top. He goes to the cross ankle pick, but doesn't. Just sweeps around the back and gains control. Referee looking like he has a cut under the eye, and if I may, Shell, I'd like to finish out who are the other Hall of Fame inductees for 1985. Art Baker, who went to Syracuse and got an NCAA title. Jeff Baum of Allen, who was an NCAA champ at Oklahoma State. We mentioned the Mighty Mouse, Caruso. Ralph Clark went out of Clearfield High. Floyd Shorty Hitchcock, George Lapernakos, Harris Lopez, who I'll talk about later. Dan Muethler, former Navy wrestler, who wrestled at Jersey Shore and then won the title. Wade Chalice, the great wrestler, and no takedown. We're out of that bounds. And Dick Wilson.
3-3 is the score.
10 wrestlers, 10 former wrestlers and contributors have been into the Pennsylvania Hall of Fame, which started in 1970. We congratulate those 10 recipients. And Harris Lopez, our counterpart for WBPZ Radio. We appreciate all the work he's done. And he was, of course, the first announcer, I think it's one of the first telecasts in 1949.
Come on, guys, 2. Work in.
2 seconds to go. Let's take a look at that Japanese whizzer that nearly was here. Let's take a look at it.
Okay, goes up underneath.
Just kind of short-circuited in the middle.
Yep. And, of course, the rest run right over the top, and they ran out of real estate. Otherwise, it could have been
on top.
It's really mad area, folks, but I spent 27 years in real estate, and it's area.
3-3 the score. Third and final period. The second period. 1:45 remaining as we come up on the 500th bout to be wrestled here over the last 3 days.
We may have an escape, and we do.
Inside.
4-3 the score now in favor of Gino Capuano of Liberty.
One minute and 21 seconds to go. It's still a 4-3 lead now for Gino Capuano. Both are seniors. Capuano from Liberty High School. Tommy Hans from Quakertown. Capuano's record 29-5. Tommy Hans's record 31-1-2.
You know this good-looking guy to my left, Shell?
Absolutely.
Harris Lopez. Mentioned earlier about his award. He didn't tell me he was that old. We've got all that time to go before we get ours. You're in excellent shape, Harris. Defy your age, and I'm glad to see you still doing it.
In.
No
Come on,
takedown.
guys.
They
Let's
go
work.
out.
Make it happen. Let's work. Let's go.
4-3.
Two strong wrestlers out there. Hunt's decision, Doug Walters, Bald Eagle 7-3 in the semis, and Capuano defeated Thad Rapsey of Cedar Cliff 6-2.
This is the second Liberty wrestler in the tournament in the finals. Earlier on today, Dan McIntyre wrestled at 98 pounds and lost to Ron Rothka of Cannon McMillan. So Liberty High had a runner-up at 98 pounds, looking for their first champion here. The team title has already been won by Shikalemi, nearly garnering 100 points. Last year they had 50.5. This year they are well over 90, so they have dominated the tournament last year and by an even greater margin this year. 90-17 points for Shikalemi this season.
Capuano slips around the back, gets the takedown, and with 3 seconds left has a 6-3 lead in the end of the second period.
3 seconds, guys.
Cannon McMillan is second. Berwick is third.
Set. On.
Eastern Area High School currently with 41 points unofficially is fourth in team score. Period ends. Let's take a look at Capuano's takedown once more, Larry.
Red on top.
Pulls his way down. He gets actually a headlock attempt was made by Tom Hans at Quakertown, and
Take top.
you don't get all of the head. You usually end up on the bottom, and that's what he did. Capuano just stayed with the flow of the action and ended up on top.
Third and final period, 6-3 lead for Tom Hans of Quakertown. And as you mentioned, Larry, I think this is the first finalist that Quakertown has had in the
I think it's
championships.
It was safe to guess that one.
Maybe ever, but we're not sure. Certainly in the history of the events that we've televised.
I believe it has. I think Quakertown at one time was a AA competitor. They moved up to AAA.
Come on, guys. Let's wrestle in the middle.
Matter of fact, there haven't been that many District 1 wrestlers in the championship finals over the last several years. As we mentioned earlier, District 11, 6, and 4 have monopolized many of the titles, at least as far as the championship matches have been concerned over the last few years.
Capuano coming around the back and gaining another takedown. 8-4 lead. Nice shoulder roll attempt by Hans, but countered perfect. Capuano, who really, Shell, and you look at the finalists, had the most number of losses of any finalist with a 29-5 record.
You all right?
He's going to come in here and try to be Liberty's 12th PIAA champion.
Snap it up.
There you have Mike Caruso and Sandy, his wife, seated down there watching the action. Caruso wondering
where all the years went.
Where all the years went. But Mike has done something, and the more national championships I watch, hear about, and see, the fact that he won 3 titles in a row just makes that job that much more difficult. It's a fantastic feat to accomplish. One of a few who's done it. I think there's about 15 others have done it since they've had wrestling championships in 1928 or thereabouts. And
no, we're still up.
To win 1 national title is tough, but to get 3 in a row is fantastic.
Give me a clock on green.
And of course, Larry, a lot of people don't realize that he wrestled the same gentleman 3 years in a row from Michigan.
Who, by the way, was put in the Hall of Fame earlier. So maybe you have to be a runner-up first, and then they give it to the guy that did it.
And see, that was Fears?
Yeah, Bobby Fears.
Bobby Fears, and Fears got closer every year. He just ran out of eligibility in seasons.
But Mike, I'll tell you, you know, the Nationals are going on now, and we're watching how the East is doing well in the Nationals. They have 7 in the finals. 3 Eastern champions are in the finals of the Nationals, and 2 Eastern Wrestling League champs. Grappler from Hofstra, 1 from Tennessee. So you add it up, that's 7 from the East, as far as we know, and it's a good showing for Eastern Wrestling because a lot of people thought it was on its way out.
Here's how that injury occurred, Larry.
I was trying to figure it out myself. I guess, yeah, the first part to hit was his forehead.
Now we're ready to go again with 25 seconds to go in the third period. The lead is 8-5 in favor of Capuano of Liberty High over Tom Hans of Quakertown.
Capuano could afford to give up a takedown and still win. And with 14 seconds to go, He's playing it very cagey.
Red, I got
He's
red
not backing
stall,
out of
I
the
got red
circle.
stall.
He's circling just like his opponent, gets called for stalling, and the bout is about to conclude, and Capuano becomes Liberty High's 12th champion, making Frank Gutierrez a very happy coach. There you see the cause célèbre.